Hello, I am Umbrenero and welcome to Umbrenero's Life. Today's video is painting my husband's team, part 3, Baxcalibur. So the first thing I did with Baxcalibur was I was starting with the body. And the blue I originally mixed up was a lot lighter than I wanted. So that's where you can obviously see I went and mixed a darker blue to use. And I'll apologize now. I'm sorry my hand gets in the way quite a bit as I was trying different techniques while filming this video. So I was going around and getting the big areas I could quickly and easily fill in. And I figured, alright, get the leg done and then bounce around between the body and the other leg, just so that way the larger areas are covered. Since the blue color I ended up using was a lot darker than I initially had planned for, I tried to leave some gaps around where I would need to put lines later, so that way I could find where the lines originally were. I think doing this initial color was what took me some of the longest to get done because of how much of this custom color I needed. Because every once in a while I went back and had to mix up a little bit more here and there, especially when I was getting closer to the end. Since Baxcalibur is a newer Pokemon compared to all of the others that I did in this project, I was a little unsure of what areas where shadows and that would all go. So I kind of stayed away from them in this part of the project. But looking at it after it being completed, I don't really think it needed many shadows compared to how I ended up painting it. So next was doing the little flaps on top of Baxcalibur's hands, and it was a very quick and easy process because it was simply just using a reddish orange color. Baxcalibur's eye was probably the second hardest area I had to paint on the entire part of Baxcalibur, as the details were extremely small and one tiny mistake would take a lot to fix. Doing the back icicle and sword looking scale that comes from Baxcalibur's back, I didn't want to be like jet black, so I lightened it up with like a silver and a white, just to give it a little bit of a lighter shade than what it could have been. The light blue hues that I used for the claws on Baxcalibur, the rest of that spine shield thing that comes out of its back, and for its little knee pad area, was originally a lot brighter than the color I ended up using here, and I'm glad I was able to lighten it as much as I did, because it was not looking like the right color to begin with. It was quick and easy to do it across the belly and that. And yes, I did make a few small mistakes, but I'm not perfect, and I never claim to be perfect. And it's just, I just went with the flow when it came to the mistakes, and it's like, alright, I can cover them up later, put a little bit more of the black paint, or when I'm putting all the detailed lines in at the absolute end of painting, it will cover up some of those mistakes. And for Baxcalibur's face, I did the same blue. I believe it was the same blue at least. And I just filled in the face, and when I looked at the reference I was using, I realized afterwards that Baxcalibur's mouth is supposed to be the light color as well, but I took a little bit of a creative liberty and left it darker, because I did not want to fight with trying to lighten up the mouth area. Doing all of the details is where I realized Baxcalibur's eye was very difficult. The brush I had was not thin enough to get certain little details perfect, but I made it work for what I had. Like I said before, I knew the black detail paints I was using were going to cover up some of the mistakes that I had made, and I'm glad that I put those little details in, because they give the painting a little bit more of a cleaner look than it originally had. And this is the final version of Baxcalibur after it was all sealed. It looks really nice, even though there are spots that could have been done better. It looks pretty good yet. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, I am Umbrenero. Bye!